There's a mosque.
There's a mosque?
I'm curious what's going on over here. The name of the mosque is the Mosque of Omar. Who is Omar? Omar is the first Muslim to conquer Jerusalem, more than 1,300 years ago. The legend is that when he comes into the city, he gets himself a tour guide. So I love this legend, of course. He gets himself a tour guide, takes him here, takes him there, takes him inside of the church. Suddenly inside of the church, Omar hears the Muslim call for prayer. What does he do? He goes outside, he kneels down and prays. He's done praying, people come up to him. Why outside and not inside? What does he say? He says, this is the holiest place for the Christians. None of my business, praying the Muslim prayer inside. So whether the story is true or not, we'll never know. So Mal is tour guide, another tour guide telling the story 1,300 years in between. But the bottom line is very simple. It shows some religious tolerance, something, of course, still relevant to the city of Jerusalem to this day, 1,300 years later. And that's at least the legend behind the Mosque of Amal, right in front of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Who built this church? This church was built by a woman. A woman, we walked the road named after her, named Helen. Helen is the mother of the Roman Emperor Constantine. She's going to change the faith of Christianity forever. She shows up here in Jerusalem. She discovers the hill, the tomb, and she builds on top of all of them this church. Now, she's going to go back to Rome. She's going to have a chat with her son. Constantine, my boy, Christianity is the way. And he's a good boy. He listens to mommy. Okay, he too becomes a Christian. Eventually, Christianity will become to be the official religion of the Roman Empire. This will become to be the heart of Jerusalem. Until the Muslims come in. And then the Christians come back. And the Crusaders, the Christian knights that come here 900 years ago, they rebuilt the church. So the older parts that you see today date back about 900 years ago from the time of the Crusaders. Again, this was the heart of Jerusalem. Not forever. 100 years pass, who shows up here? Saladin. Salah ad-Din, the great Muslim conqueror. And first thing he'll do with this church, he deals with the biggest problem that this church knows to this day. It's a very simple question. Who is the boss? Is it the Coptics? Is it the Catholics? Is it the Armenians? Is it the Greek? Is it the Syrian? Is it the Ethiopian? Everyone wants to say, we've got the keys. We've got the keys to the church. What does Saladin do? He gives the keys to a neutral side. Anyone know who that is?
Muslims.
Muslim family, thank you very much. My friends, 800 years later, for the last 800 years, if you come here at 5 in the morning, if you come here at 7:30 in the evening, you'll see a Muslim family opening and closing the gates to the church. I'm not sure how many Christians worldwide know that, but their holiest site is open and closed daily by a Muslim family. Reality possible only in Jerusalem, of course, but that's how it is. Yeah. Now, again, that doesn't solve everything. 250 years ago, the Ottomans, the Turkish Empire, they tried to put an end to the fighting. Their solution is by setting up a map, an agreement that divides up the church. They name it the status quo agreement. This is Coptic, this is Catholic, this is Armenian, this is Greek. And they make this map, this agreement so detailed that the symbol of it is a very stupid looking wooden ladder. If you look above the closed gate to the church, outside of the window, you'll see a wooden ladder. There's been a ladder there for more than 250 years now. Why was it there in the first place? There are all sorts of, no one really knows. What's definite is that I made it into the agreement. Everyone agreed there was a ladder there. To remove it, everyone has to agree once again. And that doesn't happen here very often. So for 250 years there's been a ladder there that already twice was replaced by a new old-looking wooden ladder. Because the original was run down with rain and sun. Thank God they did that, otherwise what would they tell you? But again, if you take a photo of the ladder, your great-grandchildren will come here, 99% they'll see a ladder there. If your great-grandparents were here, 100% there was a ladder. So the whole thing is